Just for today, I will do my work honestly. Kyo takiwa kyo o hagame. Hello, my name is Rayne. And if you found this video, then of all the videos you could be watching at this moment, the algorithm has clearly decided that you and I are connected. So hello, welcome. If you're here, I hope you care about the world and consider yourself a deeply spiritual being. And so let us connect even further in this moment, here and now, and help each other if we can, because this is the truth. There are going to be many strange days ahead. Many days where you are going to feel challenged and pushed to your limits, and where we all will feel that. But you are not alone. I've been tuning in to the strong, chaotic, kind of energetic animal that's being created by this worldwide audience that is tuning in and following what's happening in the United States of America. And there's so many strong emotions. It's very intense. And in order to be of service and to work on this together, let us start by establishing a baseline. So, repeat after me. I acknowledge our collective fear and distress. I acknowledge our collective fear and distress. I recognize that we are in a time of turmoil and uncomfortable shifts of power. I recognize that we are in a time of turmoil and uncomfortable shifts of power. Thank you. Shalom. And what I would say to you in this moment as we connect is that on the one hand, I would never be the kind of person who would tell you not to care or that these things are imaginary or don't matter, because they do. They really do. They affect us. They're important. They matter deeply. In fact, I would argue that everything that is happening in this world affects us deeply, because it's a part of who we are. When you tune into what's happening, especially if you have a strong sense of justice or you're an empath, you might become extremely emotionally wound up or rage for justice or fret about what may come, projecting many possibilities and none of them good. And I want to honor your feelings. I am sorry that the world is like this right now. And I want you to know that what you feel is valid and true, because all is not well. We are not well. And in this moment, acknowledging that when you look around and see the world as it is, feeling pain, feeling sadness, feeling fear, that is a genuine, honest, sane response to the world that is happening around us. The feelings themselves are never an issue. It's what you do with them and how you respond to the world and what you're feeling that matters. And I'm aware that if you're tuned in and following what's happening in the United States, that your favorite late night TV show hosts, your favorite reporters, your favorite commentators on YouTube, they're all going to be breaking down this unwellness and discussing it ad nauseum. Sometimes you may feel like the world is actually ending, and people are going to say that the state of the world is catastrophic. They're going to talk about how the ruling class in power is corrupted and wrong. They will talk about everything as if it is ending. They will cry out that we are falling off a cliff into great evil, if we have not already given in or completely become lost to it. Because that is the news as it exists in the way it does today. Because the corporate entities that control our media feed off, amplify your hatred, chaos, the ways your life gets worse, the rights you might lose, and your rage in order to get your attention. They are using you. The power structures that hold up the world, they are supporting the forces that are rising into power, even as they cry out against those forces. And it's all being powered by your pain. Kind of tragedy in a feedback loop. As it comes back around to you, it is amplified another level, and then amplified again and again, and it becomes this matrix that you become trapped in energetically. And it alters the fabric and nature of our reality. Here's the thing though, you're you, just like I'm me. And this means that you have the ability to soothe pain in the world, to help change this pattern. And you can do that right now. But you have to start with your own pain. I know it seems selfish, and it seems like there's so many other more important things that you should be doing. But hear me. Just like when you get on a plane and they say that you must put on your oxygen mask first, you must care for yourself for so many reasons. For example, as you get stronger, as you fill yourself with more joy, this gives you more strength to fight against this dragon that feeds off of suffering. And if you understand that everything in our reality is a reflection or an extension of your consciousness, here, from us, you must see and know that there are signs everywhere that are guiding the work of your soul towards healing. And that this starts with what you believe and how you feel. Because there is much conflict and apathy and cruelty in our existence. And the thing is, if it exists in our conscious reality, then it exists inside of you and me. The collective self is questioning the nature of reality. If anything can be real or true, it's clinging to prophecies about the end of everything. It's asking if life, any life, has value. And it's asking, why are we alone here in the universe? Should we even be here? Are we meant to exist, to be alive? And here's the thing, you can choose life. Because there's a gift here in the transition that's currently happening. Because as the energy shifts, you and I make a decision right now to take back control of our emotional energy. To know that truth exists, that peace can manifest in this reality, and to choose that this life has meaning, that your life has meaning, because it does. You matter so much. And all that we have to do to begin this process is take a moment just to combat the energy at its source, which is inside of you and me. That's truly the heart of it. And yes, to find the star in our heart, the seeds of light there, and to help them grow, always. But in order to truly see those lights, we also need to see what is true here and now. And that includes the consumption and waste, the pollution of our earth body, and all of the brilliant and magical species that are dying because of how hungry humanity is. I mean, look at the ways that we are being asked to hate each other. I will not count them or give them power by naming them, but know them for what they are. These things, among others, they show that the true state of our heart, not the filtered face that we choose to show. The true state of our heart is that we are a being that is not at peace. We are not healthy in spirit or soul. We are at war with ourselves, and we are wanting. And this is true here and now if you live in this reality where we have poverty, famine, war, genocide, pollution, child exploitation. If this sounds harsh, it's true. It might. But it is important that you are real. And don't hide from who you are behind false spiritual platitudes. You can be full of light and darkness at the same time. Because here's the core of it. To choose to be a healer is to acknowledge that you need healing, that things can break, that you can break, and that light, it shines through cracks in reality and it gets in because you are fragmented. So what you see is the light as it projects itself on the broken fragments of this mirror's surface. You, on this side of the mirror, you cannot see the whole truth. You cannot. You can only see the way that the light bounces off of your broken image. So the question is, can you accept that you are broken because the world is broken? And that because you are broken, the world is a broken mirror that you see yourself through? Because in all this, to see yourself clearly, no matter what is there truly, no matter how dark or ugly you might think you are, or what challenges you have, what anxieties you struggle with, whatever it is that at your heart hurts you and also defines you, those things that we keep deep inside, we don't want others to know about. If you can see those things in yourself, it means that you have light shining all around you. You need to know that there is beauty and power in your reflection as you are right now. You are astonishing. Not despite those things, but because of them, and because you are seeing yourself still and surrounded in light. It is part of who you are in your journey and why you're here. My prayer for you as you go your way is this. May you know your own soul, feel your own power, love your own immortality, and be a star that catches light in a sky full of darkness. Shalom. And if you are someone who's engaged in the process of healing yourself, the planet, looking for new ways to look at the world and others to support you in this difficult endeavor, or an empath who feels the weight of the world, or you have gifts that you are trying to understand how to use, or you want to know what your gifts are, but you care, reach out. I'd love to hear from you. I'm Rayne, and this is Pacific Lighthouse Reiki. Om Shanti.